Welcome back. Tonight, a warning from the head of the FBI, Christopher Wray, telling lawmakers today his agency needs to renew a surveillance tool by the end of the year, or the U.S. could face devastating consequences.
It's called Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, or FISA, and it's set to expire in just a few weeks. CBN Capitol Hill correspondent Matt Galka joins us from the U.S. Capitol with more on the FBI director's pitch to continue the spy tool. Matt.
Yeah, John and Jenna, after 9/11, 702 provided a way to gather intelligence on targeted foreigners without a warrant outside of the country. The FBI director says with growing threats from Iran and China, it's reason enough to renew it now.
What are we going to say to the family whose loved one's care was sabotaged when a hospital was taken offline by a foreign adversary and the FBI wasn't able to stop that cyber attack?
FBI Director Christopher Wray told Congress authorizing Section 702 of FISA was vital to national security.
What's the justification for not using every lawful tool to stop China from stealing our technology and undermining our freedoms? Because I can assure you, the PRC is not holding back.
Wray told the Senate Judiciary Committee that world events like the Israel-Hamas war have elevated the terrorist threat level, with calls from terrorist organizations to attack America and its citizens.
Blinking red lights analogy about 9/11. All the lights were blinking red before 9/11. Apparently, obviously, all of us missed it. Would you say that there's multiple blinking red lights out there?
I see blinking lights everywhere I turn.
The 702 program has come under fire over concerns about how it can be used, including the potential to spy on Americans.
There is a concern that the tools, including FISA, Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act 702, can be abused, and that it can be used to target U.S. citizens. Let me just ask you directly, is it possible to lawfully target an American citizen under Section 702?
Well, I think so-called reverse targeting, targeting of Americans through the end run of 702 is expressly prohibited.
And 702 is set to expire at the end of the year. There has been a bipartisan push to reform some of those powers, again, over some of those abuse concerns, with some fearing it could be used on American citizens.
So, Matt, can you expand upon those abuses with 702 powers?
Well, yeah, John, earlier this year, a FISA court actually ruled that the FBI broke its own rules when they were using some of those 702 powers to investigate some of the people accused of are participating in the January 6th riot, and also some of the people who were participating in those racial justice protests from 2021. Now, some of those reforms that members are pushing for would pare down some of those 702 powers, and that would include getting a warrant before starting some of those investigations.
Matt, did the FBI director respond to the call for reforming FISA?
Yeah, he did, and he said since that FISA court ruling and since they've discovered that some of those powers were abused, there have been changes made, and there's now actually a 98% compliance rate in following those FBI rules and not spying on American citizens. But he also brought up 9/11 again, saying some of those reforms, like requiring a warrant or making it harder or more difficult to use those FISA powers, well, that would be another roadblock and could potentially lead to missing information that would lead to another attack. Guys?
All right, Matt Galka on Capitol Hill tonight. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.